Alright. Alright, we're going to talk about, this is Loose and Chop. We're going to talk about the Anunnaki in the Bible. I believe that Enlil is God. Not really God, but God portrayed in the Bible. And that Enki in the Bible is portrayed as the devil. I believe he's the one that brings the knowledge to man, like the eating the fruit and all that, helping us to evolve and be able to think for ourselves. Where Enlil didn't want that. He just wanted us to mine gold. So they don't. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I don't necessarily believe what you're saying. In fact, we spoke about this before, and you said some things to me that would lead me to believe the opposite. If what you were saying was valid, where I do not believe it is. But if it was, Enki, I believe, would be portrayed as God, where Enlil would be portrayed as the devil. Now it may hold up in the sense in the beginning, because if you look at the actions of God in one instance of the Bible and the actions of God in the separate instance of the Bible, you could almost come to a conclusion saying they're not the same God.
The reason why I say Enlil is portrayed as the biblical God is because even in the Bible, when they talked about the Tower of Babel, when he split up the languages, he destroyed the tower, he was mad. The same story is told in Sumerian texts, and Samaria is definitely where you're going to hear a lot about Anunnaki. Whenever you talk about the Anunnaki, the first thing you hear is Sumer, and Mesopotamia. And then those are what honestly fathered everything. Gave us technology to the point where we know math gave us the 60 seconds, 60 seconds, in a minute, in an hour, and 360 degrees. That all came from Sumeria. Agriculture, wheat, all that stuff came from Sumeria. And it is in Sumerian tablets where they talk about, Enki and Enlil and the other Anunnaki. It wasn't just them two. It wasn't like just them two came. It's like a whole bunch of them, And the word even Anunnaki doesn't even mean like an alien race. It means from the sky, from which heaven they came. So, in a sense, you're still even talking about angels. You just don't know what they are.
It's funny that you mentioned the Tower of Babel, because that was something I was speaking on today. I said, that we can do anything. Anything God can do.
Yeah, definitely now. With the internet, we can translate each other's languages.
Yeah. And why? Yeah, that's our point. My point is.
Yeah, I'm trying to prove the characters.
The characters can't be God, because although they are gods in the sense that they are conscious beings, they are not God. So they're simply just tools used to play a place somewhere in the grand scheme of all of reality. So they're not depicted at the words of God in the Bible are the words of God. Maybe actions performed by angels and other sorts of beings, the devil himself may have been portrayed by the Anunnaki. They may be the ones that are referenced in the Bible, but God's words and God's words himself, as well as Jesus, they are not.
Do you feel like Jesus is God?
Jesus is entirely God. 100%. He is God born in the flesh. Now, and by God born in the flesh, I mean of a higher conscious state, a higher conscious being, a being beyond our comprehension, essentially. Because a lot of people like to think that God is something that can be put in a box.
Something you can look at.
Yeah. So I asked this question, right? And I said, can God create something so heavy he can't pick up? Why? The
Are
answer.
you asking me that question?
I mean, you can answer if you like.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, so then he can't create everything then. Or, I'm sorry, he's not all powerful. He's not that strong. He can create something that even he can't pick up, so then he must not be that strong.
He would have to go beyond his own limits and become an
So he's
even
limited.
more. His chakra would be on an even higher level
So
to where he can even limit himself. Then yeah, he would be.
But God's supposed to be unlimited. To limit him
But
is
he
to put
is.
him in a box.
I mean, he could, and
Well, then
make
that-
it where he couldn't lift it, and then go back to where he could again, because he has that ability.
So he has the
But
ability.
he would have to be a person making a box, and you're saying, and I'm saying, God isn't a person that would be a physical. I don't think God is physical at all. There is no physical. You will never see
Well,
Jesus come out and cloud. When you see something come from the sky, it's the annunaki. They're coming back because they want the gold.
Well,
And
the
it's
truth,
not that
the
they
truth
want the gold.
is,
They're not. I don't think they're coming back for gold. They're coming back because they said they were coming back.
In answering
We
the
were
question,
created to mine gold.
yes,
That's our obsession with gold.
There is an obsession with gold, and and I believe that we were created to mine gold. Now, I do believe we were created by the Anunnaki to mine gold, and I understand that.
And all of those stories.
We were mixed with them,
with them,
correct?
yes, absolutely.
So we were given, and they're supposedly gods, right?
But you said they weren't gods.
No, they're not God. I didn't say they weren't gods. I said they were gods, lowercase g. Big G. That they're not.
So let's not confuse the word, because I think God is being thrown around a lot. I think God is a word that people don't understand. Let's do. I mean, to me, it's more higher levels of consciousness. I'm not
God is what they understand.
because my consciousness still allows me to feel anger and things of these where I can't control myself. There are things that will set me off and make me
Like in
mad
the
and
Bible.
retaliate, and therefore those forces control me because they control my attitude.
But
Therefore, I'm not God, and I'm not God in the sense where I can't just take
no.
if I had like an apple seed, I got apples in the fridge. If I took an apple seed and put it in my hand, if I was God, I should be able to make it grow into a plant.
Oh my
I
God,
can't.
you
can't.
sound just like a person I know who is highly religious, and I had this exact, and I mean this exact same conversation. Yes, I can take that apple seed. Yes, I can make it grow.
If you believed it,
No, I can stick it in the ground and make it grow.
in the ground. I'm talking about in your hand.
Why?
And
Where
make it grow out
does
your
where
hand.
does it say that in the
No,
Bible?
I say that.
Hon, well,
Fuck
you
the Bible.
say that.
Fuck
Well,
the Bible. If
how
I'm
you
God, I make my own rules.
what's
I don't got to go off of the Bible. If I'm God, I don't have to go off
you
of the
did
Bible.
make your own rules.
I can make my own
You
rules
already
where I
did.
can put a fucking seed in my hand.
Do you believe
and
you
it'll
can
grow.
do that?
The roots will go around my
Do you
body.
believe you can
and
do
feed.
that?
Yeah.
Then why can't you?
Because I have my polarized
No,
fucking
because
third
you
eye.
set limits.
And
for
I
yourself.
drink and I smoke. I'm toxic.
That's not
I
true.
mean, I don't meditate.
I mean, that's,
that's
a part of it.
I'm so stuck in this materialized world
That's true.
that I cannot.
So you limit
That's
yourself.
why I don't meditate and do stuff, because I know I'm just fooling myself.
You're just limiting yourself.
Yeah, I'm
What's
already
on?
limiting
But
myself.
you are a god.
Drinking this fucking beer and smoking these cigarettes is limiting myself. This is my limit.
Which you have set for yourself. You are a god that put himself in a box so you could try to understand things. You are just simply a person. Experience one reality. The soul is eternal. There is no such thing as non-existence, because existence has always been. There has never been non-existence. You can't create nothing or something from nothing. That's a scientific fact. It's a law. So that means this has always been. You were here from beginning, because there is no beginning. You always were. Your soul is infinite. You are simply God experiencing himself in this reality. You are many and one. Elohim, the plural. El, the singular. That's why you got Gabriel, Samuel, Michael, Mike of El, Sam of El, Gabe of El. There's a reason they had El. Like the Muslims put, what is it, Allah or something? Muhammad. They name themselves religiously after something to show that they are of this person. They understand entirely that we are all the same. What's their Shiva? In India, they name their children Shiva to remind everybody that we are God. They do it everywhere. People just don't know they're doing it. We're all connected. We always have been. The spiritual consciousness is God, and we are here, existing. What people have done is they put themselves in these little boxes. They don't know who they are.
I have a question. Okay, I have a question because this might help me actually figure out your perspective because I think I got it for you. You believe that we are God. You believe that Jesus is God. You believe that Shiva is God.
Yes.
Okay. That's what it is. I mean, you don't believe in one God. You believe Jesus is better than Shiva?
No. Well, see, I love Shiva and I love.
So you're not a Christian.
I am a Christian.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because a Christian is somebody that believes in one God and one God only. That's the first commandment.
I believe.
That's the very first commandment.
I believe.
It's like there is one God and one God only, and that's it. And you worship Him and no other motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
I know the Bible does say there's other gods, but don't worship them. Now, He's the one, but it's Enlil. It's Enlil controlling his race.
How?
In Sumerian text, in Mesopotamian text.
You have you have such a like.
I don't have a hate for.
No.
I have an understanding.
Such a strong belief that this is the only possible answer. That's not true.
So what's your answer then? Well, how am I wrong?
Because
you believe in the Bible, and you believe in the Anunnaki. You believe the Anunnaki created man. Okay, so I mean, we watched the same fucking shit, the spirit science shit, right?
Yes.
Now, in there, it talked about different accounts from different beliefs that all said the same shit. Yes. And I'm gonna give an example.
Yes.
For clay, we were born out of clay. God created us out of dirt. Remember, clay fucking created us, blew life into us. We were Prometheus, Greek, fucking built us out of clay.
Yeah.
Boom, put life into us. Enki even fucking built us out of clay. Okay? Everybody built us out of clay.
Yeah.
Whoever God is built us out of clay. Everybody agrees we're built out of clay.
Okay. What's your point? So all these things are telling the same story of the God that I believe in. You get it? Every story tells the story of my God.
So Jesus is equal to Enki?
No.
Well, if everybody's God, and Gandhi's God, and Buddha's God, and Jesus is God, and fucking who else? Muhammad's God, and why can't Enki be God? He created man. He fucking genetically created man. He had experiments that went.
But he's
that
not
failed.
Jesus.
Yeah, give me a couple minutes, okay? I'll be out in a minute. Good. We ain't got but 7 minutes.
Where were we? I don't even know what else talking about.
So I'm trying to say that the characters that are portrayed as God and the devil in the Bible are in fact Enki and Enlil. Okay? God, Enlil was the one that, had the project that said, make the humans have a mind for gold. Just have a mind for gold. That's it. We're going to destroy them. And he did. He did it with the flood.
Han. These things all happen in separate areas. So how do you know that just didn't happen? The same story didn't just happen in different areas with different people. You get what I'm saying?
With the flood? Different accounts did happen about the flood with different stories.
But hold on, what I'm saying
is... The flood did happen.
Yeah, the flood did happen.
And that was agreed upon by
What if I'm saying
everybody.
Enki and Enlil did their part, but they did their part in Sumeria? And the next person, it was Shiva, Brahma, and... goddammit, Vishnu.
I'm saying they're all in...
How do you know it wasn't Jesus, Gabriel, Samael, and this one? So...
Here, let me pump this up real quick.
Yeah.
No, he ain't here.
You ever just forget what you were doing after you were doing it?
Can I help pop it up?
That's what just... Hey, little man, how you doing?
Good.
It's nice, man. Okay. This is awkward. We're going to pause this and be right back. There we go. Back on.
Alright, so. Sorry, the
Alright.
kids needed some air in the tire.
So, hold on. So, what I was saying was, because I remember now, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What I was saying was, what if your account actually happened in Samaria, right? And what if that account of Prometheus and stuff happened in Greece? Does it have to be the same people? Are you sure that's the way it was? We're all a little different, you know. And there's said to be different.
David portrayed Enki. We're gonna have to end this one because there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to keep on with the kids.
Well, one more second.
Alright. This is probably the worst one. Worst video. Been interrupted too many times.
Well, I mean, but like, I think the content is.
I mean, the point being, Enki is the devil because he went against Enlil's wishes. Enlil just wanted us as a slave race. And Enki, you don't care about us, and started teaching us shit. That's how the tower was built. The Tower of Babel was Enki teaching people. And then Enlil was like, hell no, what the fuck is this? They're supposed to be mining gold. That's it. Why are you teaching these people? Why are you, making them people? At first, according to the text, humans were not even able to procreate. We couldn't even have kids. It was Enki behind Enlil's back that made it so that we could produce and have our own kids, according to ancient texts. And when Enlil found out, God was like, "Oh fuck that, get the fuck out," and he kicked us out of, kicked everybody out in Garden of Eden.
That doesn't make no sense.
It makes sense according to the text.
No,
You apparently watched the same shit I watched.
Well,
You said you watched the same shit I watched, and you agreed with it. You like it, but you apparently
I know,
watched
but
it.
hold on.
So you might have to go home and watch the shit.
You're not. You let me explain why I don't think.
Oh shit!
God damn. Hold on, let me explain real fast. Look, the reason why I said that doesn't make sense.
2 minutes.
If he made us so we could simply be a slave race, they didn't want us to breed, right?
Right.
They still need a slave race. Why would he just kick people out? That doesn't make no damn sense. You just threw out your workforce, whether they could breed or not. That's just dumb.
Because they were getting intelligent. Because Enki was teaching them.
Who cares?
That's why he kicked them out.
They killed the Ajiji. What was the difference about us?
Did the flood. The flood, yeah, that was killing everybody.
Yeah, but they could have done
and
it
it was
at the start.
Enki. It was an Enki. It was Enki that fucking saved us.
Why did he wait so long?
Who?
Why did he wait so long to kill us? Yeah.
Enki was the one that told them to
why did
build
he wait? Come on, why did he wait so long to kill us?
I don't know. Ask him.
That just doesn't.
He's not God. He's an alien.
It doesn't.
He was, he didn't know.
They're smart enough to make us, though, right?
He didn't know what was going on. Enki was doing that shit behind his brother's back.
You're not getting it, though.
That's what it was.
But it was an Enki that kicked him out. It was Enlil, right? That's just dumb.
Okay, you got like a minute.
My point is,
we can start another one.
God is everything, and God is within us all, and we are all God. Enki, Enlil, you, me, Jesus, fucking Buddha. Every time you do that.
Enki and Enlil are your gods in your biblical Bible. Don't fucking believe that bullshit. That is your gods.
Hater.
Enki is the mischievous god that taught you to think for yourself. That's why he's so mischievous. It's because he taught you to think for yourself. That's why he's so mischievous. Enlil just wanted you to mine gold.
Like
that's why you want gold so fucking much. Yeah. Exactly. Prometheus, same person. They're the same fucking people.
You're a hater.
They're the same fucking people.
You're a hater.
No.
Because this story...
They're just...
If they're the same people, they're still not God because they're people.
Right. And that's my point. They're people. They're Anunnaki.
But everything in this literature
we're small
is
Anunnaki.
from God.
We are miniature Anunnakis. We're dwarves. So I really, well, I feel bad for
You're not
real
getting
dwarves
it.
because they're like smaller dwarves. I mean, we're dwarves. We're supposed to be what? How tall are we supposed to be?
Or something.
At least.
10, 15 feet, somewhere in that.
We're supposed to live how long?
Hundreds of years.
And who stopped us from living hundreds of years?
If not thousands?
Enlil. Because he was pissed at Enki for making us so smart and shit. So he not only fucking divided our language, but he cut our years to 120, which is recorded in the Bible. I mean, we gotta wrap this up.
The players of characters do not equal God. God is beyond your understanding. He can only be experienced. Do not believe what he's just told you, although a lot of it's very factual. Alright, you're good.